Yeah, me too.
It happened. It worked out quite well. People think to buff the river.
I know. I'm so happy I went small. And I didn't want to go into the time bank, so I was just, you have to quickly process what are your options. So I know, I have different sizings that I want to do there, and I'm happy with my decision.
Now tell me, did you make it to the last 24 with your time banks in tanks?
I had
did you
zero.
Okay,
zero
so you're
time
one of the.
banks. Yeah.
A lot of people ran out of time banks.
I had one left all day today, and then I used it. When did I use it? I can't remember, but yeah.
Because we had people like Fadil, they were out of time banks yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
So you had to play all last night and then all of today with no time banks.
And then the pressure of being in that situation, knowing that you're in a spot, and all of a sudden you look and you have 15 seconds, and you're just like, oh, geez.
Are you a fan of the time banks?
I always thought that I was until this tournament.
Right. Okay.
I do feel like there's some situations where more time should be fair, like on a river situation and, a blind versus blind spot or something like that. I don't know the solution, though, because I really do see the pros to it.
Yeah.
I am pro time bank, but I'm not sure. Maybe 6 isn't enough in over a period of 2 days, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if they should be reloaded more often. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I am a fan, but
I've always said I personally don't like them, but it's better than the alternative.
Yes.
Which is no time banks.
Yes.
And endless tanking.
Yeah. Even playing. Was the 25K a time bank or no?
Yeah. You time back from the start.
It was.
Now, I think.
Yeah. I don't want to call him out, but Vogel's saying, he's so slow.
Yeah.
And it's really not fun to play with.
No.
It's, yeah.
That's fine, yeah. I mean, we said the same thing on commentary, and you're watching these kind of things go down here. He is obviously one of the more known culprits.
Yes, yeah.
And even with the time back, it still takes 25 seconds.
Exactly.
So it doesn't necessarily fix that issue.
Yes. I like poker being played fast. Maybe I take my time sometimes, but for the most part, I think the game should be, at a reasonable speed.
Suited, I would probably defend.
So John from the cutoff, he opened. Ioannis flat button. 8-4-3 Rainbow. John makes a c-bet.
So sure, I've got
Now let's see how Ioannis feels about this one.
Yeah. I wonder if he'll just decide to put some pressure on or just fold.
All right, do you think he factors in that he might appear tilted, and so we'll slow down, or does he do, well, here we go, he's going to go for it?
Yeah, I think he just probably thinks that John is playing kind of ABC poker and fit or fold, and that he can put some pressure on. And he's only going to continue with a good hand.
Yeah, well, we see he's definitely not gone shy, having lost a couple of all-ins.
Yeah, absolutely. The now the players have 1 minute on their time bank cards, and I think that's a really good addition. Being this deep in a tournament, I think that 30 seconds extra probably isn't enough. So I think a 1 minute time bank is very good.
Yeah,
I do like that.
The very first time I played a time bank tournament, wasn't that long ago, a couple of years ago maybe, but one of the first hands I played, I got in a pot that was like 120 big blinds, and I was on the river. I think level 1 or 2 of a super deep, and I was like, oh, I've only got 30 seconds to think. Obviously, you have time cards, but I didn't want to use one because it was right at the start of the day.
Yes.
And I wonder if there's something that can be done whereby maybe the pre-flop, flop, turn, and river at different times. Rivers are sometimes more complex, so you have more things to do.
Yeah,
maybe
I wonder how they could structure that. I agree, right? Because pre-flop, it's like, come on, a pre-flop hand shouldn't take 4 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
I would like to see it where maybe a river as a default is 45 seconds, say.
Yeah. I wonder if we could come up with something like that, like online, like where, you just have a certain amount of time on each street.
I feel like with the systems that play electronic, it's an iPad, you could press a river button and it's the extra time.
Yeah, that's actually, it could be possible.
Sam's 3-bet gets through here, so John loses 2 in a row.
Sam,
what do we make of Sam's fashion?
I was just going to say, bring back the overalls. I like it. I don't know. Sam's funny. I like him.
I I don't know, have you played much with Sam before this?
Not really that much, actually.
Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
very fun guy.
Yeah. Today he was very quiet when I played with him. I heard him from across the room yesterday.
It's you usually hear him before you see him.
Yeah, exactly. I've watched some of his poker training videos.
Okay.
Because I find I get very bored by them, but I find his are actually kind of entertaining.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah. But no, we've played maybe a few hours of live poker together. We've probably played online.
Yeah, he's a huge character.
Yes.
In poker.
Definitely.
He used to be one of the biggest blasters. I mean, his
Really?
history of stories of busting out tournaments in just the most absurd spots is endless.
That's great. I love those stories.
Yeah, in fact, he was telling the story on the stream on day 2 about his favorite poker hand that came up, and it's one I remember he played it. It was an EPT. I can't remember which one.
Is it on video? Can I find it?
I'm not sure. It wasn't a stream. I think it was like day 1, quite early on. But he managed to.
7.5 big blind.
I think it was
with
6 or 7 bet jam 10s and get called by
yeah.
Ace Jack early on in the tournament for 100 plus bigs.
Yeah, that's great.
And he was sort of looking back going, oh, wow, what was I doing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the kind of reputation he used to have. You could expect call Ace Jack against him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Back in the good old days of poker, before you all studied too much and got good.
I
and everyone
know.
used to blast.
I miss those days.
Double.
Yes.
Double. Racing.
Yeah, although I think, did you play with Fabrizio Sixtense in the 25K this week? I don't know if you're on the same table as him anymore.
Who? Sorry, Six Sense?
Yeah.
Fabrizio?
Yeah.
I've played with him quite a bit, actually. I don't know if I played with him in this 25K. Oh, I saw some of the hands from the final table.
He was going back old school. He was battling.
So like his 3-bet sizing, and yeah, he's really.
Yeah, he was doing some click 3-bet.
Yeah, I play with him online all the time.
Yeah.
And he's got a cool style. He's tough. Yeah, he was doing some crazy stuff.
He looked like he was pained if he had to fold any points. You just turn every hand into a bluff.
It's
crazy.
Great. Yeah, he's fearless. I've seen him punt the bubble very hard many times. Yeah.
Okay, Michael in the small queen 5. Looks like he is raising into John.
Yeah.
And this is a case where, again, no disrespect to John, but he's not going to be a top-level pro.
Yep.
And it's a spot where we can be unbalanced in the small blind.
Exactly.
I agree.
I am kind of a fan of that, if you haven't noticed.
America, they kind of let go, but UK has always been quite
Obviously, we
strict
see in
like this.
the high rollers, he's probably going to limp there against whoever he's up against.
Yes. And in a high roller, nobody's ever folding their big blind with a king in their hand.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
Pretty much in this spot, yeah. So we're down to 13 players, right?
It certainly looks that way.
Okay.
I haven't seen a bust out on the other table. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream and want to get involved yourself, we do have that Party Poker Live stream cent roll tomorrow, 7 p.m. CET on Party Poker. 1 cent to enter. $1,000 of tickets given out. $5.30 for first. A couple of 1 and 9s in there as well. And why not try and spin those into perhaps a Millions main event seat? It is password protected though. The password is Maria. Of course, the defending champion here.
Yes.
Maria Lampropolis.
I was sad to see her bust today too.
Yeah, she made a good run at the about 50, busted in the 50s, I think.
Yeah. I guess, I mean, not that I love to focus on these facts, but I guess me, Maria, and Katie Swift, we were the last 3 women standing, and we were also the last 3 women standing at this event last year. But we reversed our bust order, and I only finished 18th, so yeah.
Sam under the gun, King Queen. Seven-handed, of course, a raise for him. For Dill, this is a bit more interesting, right? We're looking at, what, 25 big blinds, a little bit more. Against an under the gun raise, albeit 7-handed. These are difficult spots, aren't they?
Yeah. He has how many big blinds?
So big blinds at 1.4, so we're looking at sort of 27 bigs.
Okay.
One of these use of a time bank here. Obviously, yeah, we see.
I feel like every option kind of works. Yeah.
Right.
Flat, 3-bet call off, or shove. He's deciding to 3-bet call, I guess.
Yeah, looks like he's going for that. Yeah, it should, of course. I say should, of course, get through Sam. It depends what Sam's turned up.
Yeah.
I know he's always fighting the demon inside himself.
That's funny. I think he's going to fold.
But Vidio's been playing pretty straightforward today. We saw, obviously, yesterday he amassed the chip lead by going pretty berserk. But
Yeah.
the secret's out.
Oh, was there some fun hands from him yesterday?
By the time he got to our feature table, he was the chip leader late last night.
Okay.
Mate, loving it.
Obviously, Alex ended up overtaking his chip lead right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He got a lot of the chips before coming to the feature table, and there were reports of hands coming through that
Okay.
he'd been involved in.
And he said something about him using
Yeah, mate,
his time
I can't
bank.
wait. Imagine, like, you're on the you got the nuts. Michael's potted into you. You use the time bank card, but you know you're raising all in, and you're like, time bank, and then you're like, all in. Like, beautiful. Like that's how I like to use them. And you know, we're just pure theatrics. You know what you're doing, but it's like balancing, right?
I was clearly going all in if he didn't,
Sam makes me
use
laugh.
the time bank.
Michael 5-6 suited was raised far worse than this from earlier position.
Yeah. Wow,
Wow.
the discipline.
Okay,
Michael
so he is
with all
mixing
the
things up.
discipline.
Now look at this. Maybe
Wow,
he sensed something.
Yes. The 6 cents from Michael. I guess maybe with Giannis on the button, you feel.
Oh, wow, look at it. With Queens and Ace
Wow.
King behind. He just knew.
Yeah, he just knew.
Nathan, of course, will be jamming here. Well, Sam's going to get away from his deuces cheap. Of course, John does make the call.
Is that approved on?
And
Huh?
Is that
his
approved
queens
on the test?
against
Right,
Nathan's
probably.
Ace King.
Actually,
Obviously,
Good luck, bro.
relatively small pot for the tournament, but it is Nathan's life at
Good luck,
stake.
good luck.
Yep.
10-7-3. Jack on the turn.
A bit more hope.
Yeah, Ace King or that Queen. 8 on the end, no good for Nathan.
Oh,
He is the last person departing with £35,000.
Down to 12, right?
Ace
I
King
believe.
versus Queen.
Yeah. And maybe, just maybe,
Yeah.
I think we've got to bring a player of another table.
Okay.
Might it be Alex?
I hope so.
If he
I
wasn't
would
in
like
the